I run my entire business on just 25 hours a week. That includes client calls, admin work, everything. And I'm about to show you the exact method I use to make that possible. And it's the same method I use to help my clients cut their work hours in half without sacrificing revenue or income. My name is Colin Meaves, and I've helped multiple 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs go from 60+ hour work weeks down to 30 hours or less, while their businesses maintain performance or they continue to grow. This isn't about working harder in less time. It's about completely flipping the script on how you approach your days and weeks so you can completely redesign your life and how you operate your business. Let me start by explaining the fundamental problem with how most entrepreneurs approach their time. Imagine a bookshelf, disheveled, with books scattered everywhere, versus one with books neatly organized between two bookends. That's the visual and the difference between how most entrepreneurs approach their week versus what I'm about to show you. Most entrepreneurs start with business hours, then try to fit their life around them. They block out 8, 10, sometimes even 12 hours for work, and they wonder why they never have time for their family, to take care of themselves, or even just have a moment to breathe. Without clear boundaries, your business will expand to consume every available minute. That's not a time management problem. It's a boundary and capacity management problem. So, this brings me to the critical perspective shift that changes everything about how you structure your time. And if you remember anything from this video, remember this right now. Your business is a system of systems, but it exists within a bigger system, your life system. The container, your life, should dictate the contents, your business, not the other way around. When you set life boundaries first, your business will adapt to fit them. Think about it this way. If I told you your workday was only 5 hours, what would you do differently? You'd immediately start focusing on what truly matters. You'd eliminate the fluff. You'd delegate more. You'd make better decisions about how to spend your time. So, how exactly do we put this perspective into practice? This is where the bookend method comes in. The bookend method creates a structure that everything else must fit within. And here's how it works. Step one, start with your sleep bookends first. This is the foundation of your mental, physical, and emotional performance. I design my entire day around 8 to 9 hours of being in bed so I can get quality sleep because it's my highest ROI activity. Step two, place your non negotiable life priorities. For me, that's having breakfast with my family, picking my daughter up from school, exercising, taking care of my body, and being present for dinner. Step three, only then do you define your work container. In my case, that's roughly 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That creates a natural 5 to 6 hour workday, which forces focus and efficiency. These bookends create the boundaries that protect what matters most, while ensuring your business gets what it needs to grow and thrive. Now, you might be wondering, how can anyone possibly run a successful business in just 5 to 6 hours a day? The answer lies in two powerful principles. First, Parkinson's law states that work either expands or contracts to fill the time available. If you give yourself 8 hours, you'll find 8 hours of work. If you give yourself 4 hours, you'll find ways to get it done in four. Second, the 80-20 rule tells us that 80% of your results come from 20% of your activities. Most entrepreneurs spend way too much time on 80% of activities that only are producing 20% of the results. When you combine these two principles with the bookend method, you're forced to focus on what truly matters. I've personally used this approach in my own business to identify the key levers that drive results. And for me, it boils down to just three things: content creation like this, connecting with and having conversations with my audience, you guys, and being fully present and engaged to provide the best support for my clients. By focusing my time and energy on these three areas, I've been able to run my entire business on just 25 hours a week while continuing to grow year after year. Everything else either gets eliminated, delegated, or dramatically simplified. So far, we've talked about applying the bookend method to your day, but the real transformation happens when you expand this to your entire week. And that's why I created the Dream Week Designer tool. It helps you visualize your ideal week with all your bookends in place. This isn't about creating the perfect schedule that you follow robotically. It's about designing a filter for your decisions. Once you've designed your week, every opportunity, request, and task gets filtered through this design. The question becomes, does this fit within the boundaries I've created for my ideal week? If not, it either needs to be eliminated, delegated, or rethought entirely. So if you're ready to design your own dream week using the Bookend method, hit subscribe for more frameworks from my stress-free CEO operating system and drop a comment below with your biggest takeaway. I read and respond to every comment here.